Where's the camera bit?
Oh, right here. What do you? It's filming.
I know.
Hi.
But where's our eyes? Where's our eye line? So that we match.
You know, like 3/4, like in the center.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi guys. I got to see Pippa Evans in the
That's
British
my
show.
name, Pippa Evans.
Yes, Pippa Evans. PP. I had a cat named Pippin.
Pippin.
Not Pippa. Pippin.
I've never met a Pippin. I've met a few Pippers. People often call me Pepper. It's not my
Pepper.
name.
I had a bird named Pepper as well.
Oh, there you go. You've owned a lot of animals.
Yeah, exactly. Now Pippa is joining the zoo crew. Okay, I'm interested in your 3 greatest flaws. Would you call them great?
Well, yeah. I mean, my number 1 flaw is being so amazing.
Yeah!
So probably just people intimidated by how brilliant I am. My second flaw is probably overthinking everything. So I often have about 7,000 things going on in my head. Like right now, I'm going, why did you say that? Why did you say that you were really that amazing? And my third biggest flaw is probably that I really like people so much that I just talk to a lot of people. Sometimes too much. Maybe I talk to people more than they want to be talked to.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. I know you like a gregarious social.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, in the lift,
Like
when
you have
you
a
get in the
chat.
elevator, so not the lift. When you get in the elevator and someone starts talking,
Yeah.
that's me.
No, again, you'll have a chat. Wait, okay.
I'll have a chat.
I'll say is I'm from New Orleans, and also like my family's Colombian, so it's a very chatty culture.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, like, as a woman, have you experienced where they'll be like, oh, but you're flirting with that person because
sure.
you're being chatty, and you're like, no, I'm just having a chat.
I was talking to you. I wasn't rubbing my nipples at the same time.
Right.
There was clear signs when you'll know I'm flirting.
Yeah, right. You'll
When
know
I've
the
got
difference.
fingers on nips.
Right, that's the signal. Okay, and who's your favorite female comic? Like your iconic, back in the heyday.
I'm going to do this really hard question because I like so many different performers, and I love, back in the UK, Victoria Wood. I don't know if you know her, but she was the one that made me want to do character comedy and stand-up comedy. And what I loved about her was she did everything. So she does songs, stand-up, and characters, which is what I do. So I don't do straight stand-up. I don't have that much to say. Well, actually, I just don't think there's much that it doesn't sound better when put to song. So why not put it all to music is my question. So Victoria Wood's probably one of them. Josie Lawrence, who again you probably don't know, is an improviser back in the UK. She was on the British Whose Lines Are Anyway, and I think she's done a few American ones, but she was the star of that show. She's amazing.
Right, nice.
So there's loads of people that I think are brilliant, and then from Whoopi Goldberg, I think is amazing. Amy Schumer is just fantastic,
Nailing it. Yeah, really current.
And obviously Amy Poehler and what's her face? What's the 30 Rock face? Tina Fey.
Yeah, Tina Fey.
So I think there's loads of fantastic women around coming up and have been.
Yeah, I grew up on Lucille Ball. I really loved her.
Yeah,
It's
amazing.
Yeah,
great.
Like signature. Okay, so I just wanted to add that I saw your British show, which I said, and you were, there was a lineup, and there was another female, so it was like 2, and like 4 guys.
Yeah.
For me, you stole the show. Like you really brought joy to the audience.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
and I think there's comedy and we're laughing, and then there's where you truly feel kind of euphoric from this joyous and laughing experience. So thank you for talking with us, and I just think you're hilarious. So it's really great to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Ciao.
are here with Jess Salmon. Giggly.
Giggly.
She is on competing for SiriusXM's Top 10 Comics, and she is in the festival performing artist, comedian extraordinaire. Very exciting.
And now I'm in between these two lovely ladies.
Yep. She is, again, the tofu in our gluten-free sandwich.
Are you guys saying that because I'm married to a woman? Just assume that I'm vegetarian.
Actually, I'm gluten-free allegic, so Rena's just being considerate.
Yeah,
That's like why you're skinny.
I did maybe it's an LA thing, but you do deflate upon arrival in LA.
Oh, deflate what, your hopes and dreams?
No, that happened to me.
No, physically, like you're less puffy and kind of like a streamlined, ready to like get what you want. Yeah. I have a really positive LA perspective.
You have to be aerodynamic in your body to get into the offices that you want to get to.
Exactly. Narrow doorway entrances.
They're only this big, otherwise you're like,
you got to thread the needle.
Right.
Or you won't make it back into the closet. No, I don't know.
I've never done a selfie interview before. This is great. Okay.
Yeah, you can look at yourself.
Yeah. Okay. What are your 3 most compelling flaws?
Okay, number 1, I've had this one since I was very small, procrastination. I love to procrastinate. I feel like it's like I'm having an affair with time. That's how it feels like for me.
That's kind of romantic. I mean, do you enjoy it, or is it a source of stress?
It's everything. The way that an affair is, I don't know if you guys have had affairs, but it's like, it's very guilty, it's very passionate, it feels like you don't have very much time, it's stressful, but it's also awesome. I don't know. That's how, I think that's what, I've been doing it since I've been doing affairs. I've been doing
procrastination
since I was like very small. Yeah.
But also affairs.
No, that was once.
What? No, okay, once. Yeah, but once is all you need, and then you're like, I know what it's about.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't need to do that again.
All right. Wait, was that 3? No, that was
one. That was one. That was a lot of things, because there was like an affair in there. There was, I don't know what else was there. What else do I have that? I spend too much time scrolling through Facebook. I don't know, that's pretty bad. I guess that's not so compelling.
But it haunts you at night, you're worried.
Is that is that tied into number 1?
And that's all. I think it's all part and parcel.
The larger picture is procrastination.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe too much self-involvement. I think I could, maybe that's sort of bad. That's a typical comedian thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your sorry, I lost it.
So speaking of self-involvement,
who is
I was looking at myself in this camera phone.
What is your favorite female iconic comic? It's kind of a tongue twister. Female comic icon.
The person that comes to mind right now for sure is Tina Fey. I think she just has everything. Yeah.
And so like contemporary and fresh. I mean, I sort of always go with Lucille Ball, who's like icon history.
I think, but historically, I'd say for me probably Carol Burnett. I think. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, who can forget the curtains from the Civil War?
And I fell in love with her during Annie. That was I don't know why. This was Miss Hannigan, and then I kind of got more into seeing other stuff.
Coming back into frame,
Rena's agreeing.
I agree.
Checked
that
out.
song, little girls, everywhere I look and I
Rena's very versatile.
Rena's actually a singer.
I'm Broadway.
But back to our main interview subject.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
So you haven't done your show yet.
I did the Montreal show super late Monday night, and then I hosted for Ronnie Chang, and I hosted for Steve Byrne, and Friday at 9:30 I'm hosting for Rodman.
Okay.
Who I'm pumped about because I watched him on Last Comic Standing, and he's amazing.
Cool. How'd it go though?
The other
feel great? Are you like fired up?
Actually felt pretty good about all of the shows.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was my first time. I performed at the festival last year, but only outside. So this year they let me indoors. So I'm pretty, the comedy career is just.
But that's how it goes. Yeah. You show up, and then slowly you start to be allowed in.
Inside. Yeah.
Yeah, I started off sneaking into this festival.
Yeah.
Now look how official you are.
Too. Especially if you're from here.
Now we have passes. What with our names?
Yeah, I feel like that's how you start. You do start because you're like learning the turf. A lot of people are like, "How do you get there?" And it's like, well, you start hanging out with the people that are doing it.
Yeah, and eventually you're doing it.
Yeah. What
Unless they hate you. And
so you have a unique. Yeah. Sorry. You have a unique perspective in your comedy.
Yes.
You are.
I used to be a war crimes lawyer for the United Nations until I decided it was time to get serious, and so I guess I'm kind of politically minded in my stand up. When I first started, though, it was really just like, I think people had high hopes that I would talk about smart things, and all I talked about was like dirty stuff because it was just easier. But now I'm kind of getting to a place where I still do dirty material, but also more political stuff. And I guess I have a bit of a social justice focus. I don't know. Maybe that sounds like, who wants to hear that? I don't know. I think I just totally turned everyone off of my comedy.
No. I
So
saw
it's like,
no.
you know, it's just like I just want people to, you know.
But
I
like
think,
the Daily Show is all political, you
Yeah,
know. Like I
I
saw
love-
White Cynic's show, and it was like totally in that vein.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. More
How
of.
did you?
Yeah.
What made you start feeling comfortable bringing in more of that material?
I just sort of learning a little bit more how to write jokes and finding the funny in that. It's harder.
And
it's
how-
a higher level, I feel like, of comedy.
Tell everyone
So-
how, so everyone can be.
Step by step.
Yeah, let's all cheat.
Just hang around Wyatt Cenac and watch The Daily Show and hang around Just for Laughs. And, no, you just have to keep writing jokes and just try them out and fail a lot. And not be afraid to do that. At the beginning, you're so desperate for laughs that you just say anything to get a laugh and a reaction, and sex stuff usually is the ticket. But once you relax into not, you know, being so desperate for the audience to react, and you flip, you get to find your voice a little bit more. And
It's like love.
yeah.
That is like love.
Speaking of which, you just got married.
I did.
Congratulations.
What's that? A wedding
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got married. It's very exciting. I'm Jewish. My wife is Palestinian. It was a tiny wedding.
Creating world peace.
Amazing.
Yeah, listen, I stopped doing it as a job, and now I do it in the bedroom.
Get big laughs in the bed.
Yeah. Hopefully not, but sometimes.
Only because that's how hard she comes.
Oh my God. She once told me I look like Bill Cosby eating pudding when I had an orgasm.
That's
That was like
really
before.
awkward.
That was like before everything with Bill Cosby.
Rena can't handle
We
it.
went right for the sex stuff.
I know.
I'm a
right?
hack.
For the
I'm a
sex.
hack.
I love that you guys are just gonna like maybe edit this, and that's all that'll be there.
Maybe.
So my wife tells me I look like Bill Cosby eating pudding.
I
I don't know what happens to
Not
like my
the best
eyebrows or like my
She didn't
face.
say jello.
Yeah, you're like, Jello pudding. It's funny. Rena and I did a Cosby sketch together, actually.
Oh, really?
So it's really funny that you brought him up.
It is-
He's
it
haunting
is-
us, and we need.
When
he needs to
did
go
you
down.
do the sketch?
Well,
Was
he's the
it recent?
grandfather of comedy. He's a bit like, it's all awkward, but we appreciate what he brought to the community anyway. No?
I loved his show.
No, we don't? We're done?
I'm done.
Done with the interview or done with Cosby? Or both?
All of it. No. All right, so this is Jess Salomon at Just for Laughs. Very exciting Canadian female, amazing comic, one of my favorites. And this is Christina Myers, Rena Hundred, and World Peace.
World peace.